Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the winners of 8 straight, a group looking to make a statement. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Floats it out in space. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? At the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. You reach this portion of the season, in games like this, top 5 showdown can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, the middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing, and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They'll try the run. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today. Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road before.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Past the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
Absolute shame. Missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down.
A 1st down for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
On the play. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after 1, we're tied 0-0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got stuffed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're trying to get to it. It's caught. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this 1st down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Makes a move. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give on the inside. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Oh, the ball's out. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it down the left side. He's off to the races. Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big 1st down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 11 to Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. And that pass intercepted. And he's going to cruise in with this one. It is a touchdown.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. Direct snap. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff.
Set to kick off.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Off play action on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. That's caught. It's not. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Try to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Got enough space. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. All-time set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Feeling some heat. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Temple is getting dominated today. And, you know, the folks in Philly deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 21 to Troy. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close. Now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they get the sack just like that.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Looking for a block. It's Spears. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24.
First and 10.
First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout by the offense.
Now on second down. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40. Turns it on down the left side. The 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Got a man. It's Stone. He's got it, and he goes the touchdown. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. Linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Dyer. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Will take over. First and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. The throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And here comes the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
On the return, it's Spears. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line.
First and 10.
And now this offense will take the field again. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
To the air on 1st down. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down.
From the gun, wants to pass. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Got some room to run. The 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to ball against the best run defense in the entire nation.
And they're in for a touchdown.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Little touch pass to the receiver. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the
trying to get behind the defense. He's good. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or you go for 2. You go for the win. You try to take the lead, and that is a you decision.
So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. He'll bring it out. It's Dyer. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they
lofts one high indeed. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball is going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's looking for a man on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires it in. into traffic, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love